task. Dreamweaver, hopefully we've got to this stage. Nothing's changed since the last time we spoke. Source code, homepage, practice, here we go. So we're going to now start creating just basically your first page in terms of how it's going to work. Just a template. Depends on how you want your homepage to look. So for example, some people might want their navigation to go down the side here. Some people might want to go across the top. Some people might want the logo at the top first, then navigation underneath. That's your choice. We're just going to do a little bit of a template for now, just to add some kind of structure onto this page. Okay, obviously you can adjust it and change it afterwards. So first things first, insert. Okay, div. Sorry, just one more. And then it inserts a div tag for you here. Okay. Now, when you click on it, there's something that says div there. Okay. If you press on the plus button there, and then what I want you to do is give it a name, depending on what you're going to use that for. So, for example, if you're using it for navigation, call it navigation. If you're using it for logo, call it logo. Whatever you're going to use it for. So, for example, I'm going to use this first one. I'm going to put in hashtag, and I'm going to call it. So remember, hashtag is important. And I'm going to have, say, the logo across the top. Okay, some people might want navigation across the top. If you, for example, want navigation, but you want to go down the side, that's fine as well. Call it navigation. We can sort going down the side after. Okay, so I'm just going to call that logo because I'm going to keep it simple. I want my logo at the top. I'm just going to press enter, and then when it comes up with this, just enter through that. Okay, at this point, what happens is we created the CSS before, so we're now able to edit this div tag, the first div tag. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the left hand side. I'm going to go on the properties there, and it's got I'm on CSS designer, I'm on all, and I've just called it logo. Okay, so logo has now appeared here in filter CSS route. If it doesn't appear here, if you search in the selector, if you select selector there, so CSS design all selector, and then if you type in there hashtag and whatever it's called, it should pop up. But because mine's already there, hashtag logo, what I've called this first div tag, it pops up. So once I've selected that, I'm going to click on properties. Now, when I get to properties, I'm going to try and make this a little bit bigger so I can see it more. When I get to properties, I'm just trying to adjust it. Okay, I've got some options at the top here. Okay, scroll over and tell you what it is: layout, text, border, background, and more. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, because this is my template, is I'm going to just sort the width and the length out. You can change this afterwards. It's not an issue. Okay, so the width, I'm going to do the standard. Click on here and 1024 pixels. Okay, and then the height. When you click on it, it basically gives you the options of what you want to select: centimeters, percentages, etc. We're going to stick to pixels here, and I'm going to select the height just for now. I can do it one of two ways. I can either type in here, or I can basically scroll over and you can see an arrow pop up. So when the arrow pops up, you can basically drag it and you can see it on the screen getting bigger. Okay, look at the screen as well at the same time. The orange lines are getting bigger. Can you see? So basically you can stop it where you want. So that's 50. I'm going to go a bit more than that. I'm going to say my logo is about 150. Okay, so about 150 roughly. There we go. So 150 there. So I've just stretched it. So that's obviously, you might want it bigger, you might want it smaller. We can even get it to auto adjust. But for now, just because we're creating a template for our first page, we're gonna just define our widths and heights and stuff like that. We can always bin them afterwards by just clicking on the bin. Okay, then it'll auto adjust. But for now, like I said, because it's a template, we're going to do this for now. Then I'm going to go on the border. Okay, and I want to basically make sure all my borders have got, I can see the borders, so I can see the setup of the page. I'm going to click on style, and I'm just going to click on solid. You can pick any kind of line. I'm just going to click on solid, and now you can see, I'm just going to do that for now. You can see on the page, there's a solid black line around it. Okay, so once I've done that, I can start adding more div tags. So for example, I've done that one now. So I'm going to insert So click in the body, sorry, in this first div tag. I'm going to press insert div. Okay, and this time it's asking me, where do you want the next div tab? Do you want it before? Do you want it after? Do you want to wrap it in, or do you want to nest it? I want it after. Okay, so I'm going to select after, and you can see the new ones popped up here. Okay, again, this time I'm going to call this one hashtag, and I want my navigation to go here. Navigation meaning your links to all your pages. So navigation. I'm going to press enter, and again I'm just going to press enter again. Okay, so enter twice, and that one's appeared there. So now I need to basically adjust that one and set the properties. So I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to go to the right hand side on selector, navigation's popped up. Okay, so navigation's there, and I'm just going to give it some kind of just for now I'm going to keep it the same, so obviously the page looks good. So the length of that one was 1024 pixels, so this one I'm going to keep it 1024 pixels, and I'm going to keep the height. It's not going to be that much this time because only the links for the rest of the pages need to go in here. So I'm going to call this one, I'm going to say I want that about 100. Okay, that's a bit too big, I think. Let's go for 50. Yeah, I think that's right for me. Obviously you can adjust as you want. I'm going to give it a border for now. Obviously, like I said, we can change these borders and styles and everything after, but just for the time being, I'm going to give it a border here, and it's going to be solid. Okay, so that's now the first bit. You can see it's already coming along. So my web page, I can check now on live how it's looking so far. Okay, so on live you can see how it's looking so far. It's there's the two div tags that I've done so far, and that's how it looks. And then you can look on it in design, and design gives you a better view here. You can see that's how my web page looks so far. So it's coming together. My logo is going to go here. My links for other pages are going to go here. So I'm going to just go back to split. And now at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make sure that for now I'm writing what's going where. So you can either change it from here, okay, or you can change it from here in the HTML, whichever you prefer. Okay, so you can see as we're doing it, there's more and more HTML being added. So we started off with just this here. Okay, we just started off with this here. Now you can see it's added in that first div tag, logo, the width of it. So you can change the width from here as well. If you were to change the width from here, for example, I'm just going to show you an example, width for the logo, which is the top one. If I was to change that here now to 100, you can see what happens. It should, when it updates live, it should change it. Okay, so you can change the widths and lengths from here as well, the widths and heights. Border style, again, you can change from here, but it's adding it all for us. It's adding the HTML for us for the time being. And then you can see here is basically the contents of the div tag. So the first content is here and the second contents are here as well. So when I change it here, you'll notice it'll change here as well. So on that first one, I'm just gonna take that out for now. Oops, I meant to do that. I'm gonna take that out for now, and I'm just gonna put here logo will go here, and you can see it's changing at the bottom, okay, in the HTML. And I'm going to put here navigation will go here. Okay, so that's so far I've done my first two bits, and now what I can do is I can think about what I want next. So it depends. You might want to put text next. Okay, you might want to put images next. You might want to put two images there. You might want to put one image of whatever your website is associated with. Okay, for now it's just a practice. So I can just put a picture of whatever I want here for now, or I can put some text in now at this point, telling a bit about the company. Or I can do both. I can put some text with a picture next to it. Okay, there's different ways of doing this. For now, I'm just going to basically insert another div tag, keep it simple, this time for text. And then in further videos, I'll show you how to basically put two side by side. Okay, so a bit of text with an image next to it, or two images side by side, for example. So we'll look into that, and like I say, in another video. For now, let's just keep it straightforward, get used to it, and let's just decide on obviously how you want to organize your first page. Like I said, this is just one way of organizing it. Another way of organizing it, for example, is this navigation. Okay, it could, so I'm just going to show you here now anyway. It could, for example, go down the side. So again, I need to go to my selector, navigation, and for example, I want the width. Okay, if I want navigation to go down the side, which you see in some websites, you can go from the top if you want, or you can go from here if you want. I want my width to be about 50. Okay, maybe a little bit bigger than that. 150. Okay, yeah, okay, that's that. I'm fine with that. And I want my length to be, say, about 3/4 of the page or something like that. So I'm going to go for about 600. And you can see now, can you see that's my new layout now? You can see there, that's my new layout for my navigation down the side. So it's not hard to adjust it. It depends on your designs. Obviously, once you decide how you want to design your website, then you can adjust it accordingly. All we've done there is we've just changed the length and the width. Okay, I'm going to go back to where I was. And I will show you how to put things side by side in another video. So that video should sort that problem out, because it is a bit tricky. It's not as straightforward as doing this, but like I said, another video I'll show you that. So for now I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go for my next div tag. Same again. Sorry, just one more. Let's cancel this. Okay, so I'm going to go to my here we go. So I'm in my live design, sorry, live design again, split. I'm going to go to my new div tag, insert, div, and then I'm going to go next. So after, okay, so if I go after, and it's added another one there. Simple, straightforward again. This time, this one, I'm going to go to my div. I'm going to call it hashtag. I'm going to put a bit of text in here. So I'm going to put text. You can put about us or content or whatever you want to put in there. So text, enter twice, and that's done that one for me. So first thing again, remember, important bit here is that you make sure you click on the right selector. If you don't click on it, if it's selected on here, that doesn't mean it's selected here. If I'm selecting here and then start changing stuff, at the moment, what it's going to do is going to change stuff for the navigation. So make sure when you go to the right hand side, when you're on selector, you select the right thing that you're editing. So I want to edit the text here. So I'm going to click on text. Again, I'm going to go to the layout. The width I'm going to keep the same. So the page is same all the way through. 1024. Okay, and I want the height. I want to write quite a bit in here about the company. So I'm going to give myself some good space. So let's say I'm going to give myself about 300. Obviously, you can adjust this as you go along. So if you find at one point I need more space, that's fine. All you do is press delete and it'll auto adjust. For now, like I said, only because we're just basically templating what our first page might look like and our design before we start adding stuff. That's why we're putting all this in. We can take this out afterwards. It's just to obviously get used to using it. And then for the border, again, I'm just going to click on solid for the style. And at this point, you can now see that is looking good, in my opinion. So I've got now my logo will go here, my navigation will go here, and text with information on the company here. Okay. So that's that first bit done. Then I might want to just add images at the end. That's fine. Same again, insert div, and then new one for image. So insert div, next. So after, here's my new div tag. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see it. There it is. My new div tag. I'm going to give the div a name. So press on the add, hashtag, picture. Okay, done. And I'm just going to give it a solid line. Sorry, see what I'm doing there? This is the mistake I've just made. I'm pressing solid, but it's not doing anything. Why? Because I've not selected it in the selectors. Okay, so remember CSS, all selectors. Okay, and I need to select picture. Now, if I do it, you can see solid. It's going to put a solid line on. I'm going to put a layout to pixels and 1024, and the height I'm going to put in there is just go for 250 for now. Okay, and that is then my first part done. Okay, so it's simple and straightforward homepage for me here.